Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I would like to call to order the Gladstone Community Center Advisory Board meeting on this Tuesday, June 18th, 2024 at 3:31 p.m. I will now read into the record that the city of Gladstone is abiding by guidelines outlined in House Bill 2560, which requires the governing body of the public body, to the extent reasonably possible, to make all meetings accessible remotely through technological means and provide opportunities for members of the general public to remotely submit oral and written testimony during the meetings to extent in-person oral and written testimony is allowed. Therefore, this meeting will be open to the public, both in person and virtually using the Zoom platform. Haley, would you please do the roll call?
Evelyn Johannesson,
Present.
Sylvia Kellner,
Present.
Simona Gergashon, Mindy Prosky,
Present.
Roxanne McMullen,
Present.
Josie Whitaker,
Present.
Sharon Howard.
Present.
Thank you. Please stand for the flag salute. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so our agenda today is we will have business from the community center staff, business from the board, and do we have business from the audience from the foundation today?
No, she wasn't able to make it, but there are a couple things that I'll just say in her half.
Great, thank you. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes from our May 21st, 2024 meeting?
Roxanne, I move we approve the minutes as presented.
Thank you, Roxanne.
And I second the motion.
Thank you, Evelyn. Haley, will you please call the vote?
Evelyn Johannesson,
Yes.
Sylvia Kellner,
Yes.
Mindy Prosky,
Yes.
Roxanne McMullen,
Yes.
Josie Whitaker,
Yes.
Sharon Howard.
Yes.
Thank you. Meeting minutes have been approved. Okay, we are on to business from the community center staff.
All right, just going through this, the May monthly report was included in your packet for everyone to take a look at. Number 4, the events that happened after our last meeting. I just wanted to talk a little bit about our second presentation by NAMI, the Mental Health National, Awareness Mental Health Board in Clackamas County. Sorry. And they did a second presentation, which was in our own voice, where 2 people who struggle with mental health issues came in and talked about their own struggles with mental health and how NAMI helped them, and just some tips, and talked about their life experiences. So it went over really well. People really like to hear their stories and relate. I thought it was a really relatable presentation. And then after we met last, we had to cancel our play for our Friday trip, but they went ahead and went to the movies instead. And then they went to the food carts in Oregon City, that the 24th. And then the 31st, they went to the Tillamook Forestry Center and then the Tillamook Cheese Factory, or is it called the Tillamook Cheese Factory? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they had lunch and ice cream, and they had a really good outing. So moving on to June and the upcoming events. So we had a site visit from the Clackamas County Aging Service Advisory Council. Pre-COVID, they would visit various centers at least once a year. They attend meals and share their experiences with leadership teams. And so they came in and did a came in for lunch and met with us and gave us feedback. So we had that. We also have had Knit in Public, and I think about 4 or 5 people came to Knit in Public. It was on a Saturday. Our knitting group just knit outdoors, and people on the track, or not the track, but the walking path that goes by the center came by. It was really busy because it was a Saturday, asked what they were doing, and then asked about the center. So I thought that was a really nice way on a weekend where people could come by and see something happening in our garden area and ask about the center. We did our movie, which was 12 Years a Slave, and we did on the 13th, we did a Father's Day celebration where we had root beer floats. And this month we celebrated Juneteenth in different ways. On the 11th, we had a lunch and learn. We had the founder, Taylor Stewart from the Oregon Remembrance Project, come in, and we did a little question and answering with just him talking about Juneteenth and what it means to him and how we could celebrate Juneteenth here in Gladstone. And it was well attended. I believe we had about 38 people sign up for lunch that day. We did it as a lunch and learn service. And it went well. People had questions at the end, and I felt like people walked away learning something from that lunch and learn. We also, for Juneteenth, had a trivia board set up in our library area, and it just talked about what Juneteenth is. It had an interactive area where people could write down what freedom means to them and influential figures throughout the United States and, the times, different, people dating back and then to present times today. So we had a banner set up for that. Just a logo update. We're in the process of getting quotes for our bus, and we've changed out our doors. Haley was generous enough to make us some with the new logo for our doors. So if you guys get a chance to stop by or haven't seen them yet, they're on the front door and the back door. And we've changed out our letterhead, and we're just doing all things rebranding right now. So moving towards that. And then Music on the Greens update, that is next month. So I heard from the Rotary that about 100 people attended their movie last week. And so they worked out some kinks with all of that. So they should be ready for us for our Music on the Greens next month. Other than that, we're ready for it. And I think that's about it. Jackie?
No, I think there's a lot of great work being done at the center. I want to commend Michelle and Deanna and Michelle McIntyre. As far as the logo update, I think we're also going to incorporate that into your booth at the community festival so that we can showcase that.
Just to add to that, we have ordered the banner, and yeah, we're doing banners and with the new logo, and we'll have a little write-up about the new logo. So
That's exciting. Love this logo.
I do too.
It's so nice.
So we post things online and no one ever likes it or responds, which so I posted the new logo, and there was actually dozens of likes, and people actually commented on the post. And I can't tell you guys how excited I was just to have some kind of interaction with someone online talking about the logo, and it was all positive. So yeah.
It's wonderful. I think I was one of your likes and commenters, 'cause I'm like, I love it. Because I do. I love it. I think it's just really it's fresh, and it's just everything that we wanted for representation. It's really wonderful. Does anybody have any questions or comments for Michelle?
Sorry, I just forgot to bring up what Bonnie wanted me to talk
Oh,
about
yeah,
as
no,
well. She can't be here today, but she wanted to just give an update about the microphones. And so they were able to get us the lapel and the wireless microphones, and it's all hooked up in the center. And so now we are equipped with one lapel and one wireless mic. So we can, any functions or anything, you can walk around with wireless mic. And it came with a new transformer as well, to just update our system. So the foundation paid for that, and we're very appreciative. And I just would like to say also for the foundation that they also supplemented a trip. They've been supplementing trips for us, and we're just really lucky to have them.
I'm sure that really helps for those lunch and learns. Yeah, the wireless mic. Yeah, that's nice. Wonderful.
Roxanne, I have a question. I attended their meeting in May, and I don't remember if they will be sharing the booth at the community down at the park with us. Are they going to be doing that?
They usually do.
Okay.
Every year I've been here, they have.
Okay.
So, and they've taken some of those volunteer spots and, try to sell bricks and talk about the foundation and give away bags. And they usually have something to give away as well.
Okay, thanks.
Great. Okay, so on to business from the board. We are just a reminder that the Gladstone Community Center Advisory Board, along with Michelle Prusso, will be presenting our work plan at the Gladstone City Council work session on June 25th, 2024. Please attend if you can, in solidarity. We are working on getting those volunteer shifts filled for the Gladstone Community Festival. So thank you to everybody who's signed up for one of those. We don't have too much to go over. Jackie, did you want me to talk through the work plan that's going to be in the city council packet?
It's completely up to you. The
Okay.
packet is getting posted this afternoon. I
Oh,
believe
okay.
there's 4 objectives that you have on your work plan, and you just might want to read what those are.
Yeah, okay. So the work plan that's going to be in the city council packet that we'll be talking about on June 25th, number 1 is to expand the multi-generational classes at the Gladstone Community Center. Number 2 is to identify a new brand and logo for the Gladstone Community Center to coincide with the City of Gladstone's new branding guidelines. We are doing so great. Right? Number 3, apply for grant funds to develop a master site plan for the Gladstone Community Center. That one's really important. And then number 4, reinstate and strengthen the partnership with the Gladstone School District on the community school program. So those are the things that will be discussed at the city council meeting on June 25th. Oh, goodness.
It's at 5:30.
Thank you. 5:30.
That's here,
Yes.
That's correct.
and you're encouraging this advisory board members to attend.
It's always nice. You don't have to say anything, but Michelle and I will be doing, Michelle will be doing most of the talking, and I'll just be nodding and I'm kidding, in support. But it's always nice to have board members attend if you can.
Yeah, I think that the city council likes to acknowledge the work that you're doing.
Yes.
And there's been some great work done in the community center to date, and we're only halfway through 2024. So I think it'd be great if you could come. It'll be set just like this, where the chair and the staff person will come up and just give a brief report to the city council. But you're welcome to sit in the audience, and if there's anything that you think of that you want to share, you're welcome to come up and do that as well.
Absolutely. This has been a group effort. So, and I agree. We've done a lot of really, really great work, and it's not in a silo. It couldn't be done by one person. It's been a really great opportunity for all of us to work together and get a lot of really, really great things accomplished. And I think we've got pretty good momentum too. So. And really, without Michelle and Deanna at the center, I mean, they are the driving force, obviously, of all of this wonderful work, and really happy with everything that's been accomplished and what's to come in the future. All right. Does anybody else have any questions or comments about anything?
Roxanne, I have a
Mhm.
question. I
course.
seem to be that person. So Michelle, the foundation has been supporting us on our trips. If there's like not enough people that could go to finance that, or is that on every trip? I know there was some cancellations because there was not enough people to help support the financial investment of making the trip. And the foundation was talking about that at the meeting in May, but I haven't heard anything since then.
So yes, they do support us in our trips by offering financial aid, one per participant per month, if they can't afford to go. And they are going to decide this next month at their next meeting, a dollar amount that they all feel comfortable with to subsidize, say, if we can't, so we have a formula basically, and if a trip needs 12 people to go to cover costs for the center, and we only have 9 people to go, we're asking right now that the foundation steps up and pays that difference between the 9 to the 12, whatever that dollar amount would be. We're going to present numbers to them of what averages look like and the costs that might be. And we expect them, or not expect them, or anticipating them to make a decision next month on that.
Thank you. I
Mhm.
just wanted an update.
Yeah.
Sylvia here. Do you have people that are not seniors on trips?
Very rarely. We would love to have people all ages. The foundation specifically supports seniors though. There's,
Right.
so no, not as of yet. We have before. I've gone on trips where people have brought their granddaughter or their daughter or son or whatever the case may be to go on trips with them. I think that's just maybe working towards letting people know that we're an all age community center moving forward. But yeah, as of right now, very, very few people that are younger than 60 go on the trips. Did that answer your question?
Well, yeah, because they only support seniors. So
Financially,
right.
yeah.
So the difference between, like you were saying, 9 and 12, and them making up the difference,
Yeah.
if you had younger people on it, how would that?
I would.
Yeah, I think that's part of the analysis work that the foundation wants some guidelines and understanding. And I
Yeah.
think last Friday was the first time they actually subsidized a portion of the trip. And I also know that when the city reimbursed the foundation for the selling of the van, it was about $25,000. The foundation indicated that it wanted to go towards subsidizing events or programs for the seniors. So they are very much open to it, but they need to understand a little bit more the regularity of either the individual that needs it, or maybe we need to change the types of trips that we are scheduling as we work through this cost recovery. Because I don't think the foundation their role is to subsidize a younger generation person that wants to go on that trip. But so far, they've been a great partner with it. And I think they're open to making sure that trips still get to happen, but they have to determine whether or not it's going to be only if they're like 2 under the max capacity, or maybe it's just 1. And I think that's what they're going to talk about at their next meeting.
Thank you.
When they do, this is Mindy, when they do subsidize a trip, are they basically paying for empty seats? Or would those seats be offered to a person that normally would not be able to afford to go? Or is it just very difficult to make that happen at the last minute?
I was going to say it's
Yeah.
difficult to make happen at the last minute, but I also know that the staff will reach out to people that they think potentially would go if it was paid for. So we do try to make that effort,
Okay.
but it is, I believe, sometimes 1 day notice, and that's what makes it difficult.
Understandable.
I just wanted to note on that as well. At lunchtime, we are very clear with our announcements that the Seniors Foundation exists, that they subsidize trips, and that if it's cost keeping them from not going, please to come see one of us, and that we will make that trip happen for them. So I do feel the staff at the community center is really great at getting that information out there. Whether they're taking advantage of that or not, or, but the information is out there for everyone to please sign up for these trips. Don't let cost be that determining factor of them not going on a Friday.
I do have a question, is that would it say for example, someone likes to go on the trips and they really can't afford them, would a person be limited to how many they could go on in a month? For example, I mean, maybe that's not something you've thought about in your formula, but it's just
I believe
thought.
if the foundation is going to sponsor, they would have guidelines and limitations for how often that they would do that for someone.
An individual, yeah, makes sense. Just give the opportunity for some other people to do it. Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Okay. The last piece of business that I have is to ask the Gladstone Community Center Advisory Board if they would like to suspend board meetings for the months of July and August, take a summer break, with resuming meetings in September.
This is Evelyn. I think that's a good idea because I know vacations and stuff. I mean, I know I'll be gone for at least one, probably both of them.
Okay.
Roxanne? Yes, and I think with the presentation coming ahead this month to the city council, the most that we're going to address would be just daily intakes from the staff at the center. So the months of July and August are traditionally booked on a personal basis.
Okay. All right. Well, then I would entertain a motion to approve the Gladstone Community Center Advisory Board to suspend meetings for the months of July and August, resuming meetings in September of 2024.
What day in September?
That would
Looks
be
like-
September 17th.
Yes.
I second the motion. This is Sharon.
Did I
Is
have
that,
a,
was that wrong?
Roxanne, I move that we
Okay.
suspend meetings for
Oh, okay.
July and August and resume September 17th.
thank you, Roxanne. And thank you, Sharon, your second. We'll go ahead and take that. We'll take that. It's all right. All right, great. Haley, would you please call the vote?
Evelyn Johannesson,
Yes.
Sylvia Kellner,
Yes.
Mindy Prosky,
Yes.
Roxanne McMullen,
Yes.
Josie Whitaker,
Yes.
Sharon Howard.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passed to suspend meetings for the rest of the summer. And we will resume on September 17th of 2024. Does anybody else have any comments or questions at this time? All right, then I would entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Roxanne, I move we adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Roxanne.
I second the motion.
Thank you, Sharon. All right, Haley?
Evelyn Johannesson,
Yes.
Sylvia Kellner,
Yes.
Mindy Prosky.
Yes.
Roxanne McMullen,
Yes.
Josie Whitaker,
Yes.
Sharon Howard.
Yes.
Thank you. Meeting is adjourned at 3:56 PM. The next meeting is September 17th at 3:30. Thank you, everyone.